כי לפלח قصرين ومقلة ركه مشيا ملكة دشلومو ات يخاف خوبي ات يخاف بشتا
Mark 6, verse 1. And he went away from there and came to his own country, and his taught ones followed him. And Sabbath had come, he began to teach in the congregation, and many who heard him were astonished, saying, Where did he get all this? And what wisdom is this which is given to him? They were asking themselves how he knows the scripture, how he knows everything, where he gets that understanding and wisdom. People obtain understanding, knowledge, and wisdom from books, from others who researched. That's when you go to school to learn, to obtain knowledge. But Yeshua didn't get that from schools. What he knew wasn't of this world. But those scribes and Pharisees did not know that, did not understand that, because the world and the ways of this world are contrary to the kingdom of Elohim and the ways of that kingdom. Yahweh said that his understanding is higher than ours, and our thoughts are not like his. But those Pharisees, scribes, they did not respect Yeshua. They were not treating him the way they should, because someone else's was ruling them. Even they claimed they are Abraham's children. But Yeshua confronted them and called them who they truly are. Right now, I'm asking you how you know about everything, how you learn. Some of you even memorize the word, so you do the same thing as the scribes did, and they still do. We know that the set-apart ruach is in the word, because the word is inspired by the set-apart ruach, by the breath of the one who is above all. But the word can be only written. Depends who is reading it. But Yeshua had all the understanding from Father, and the Father is in him. They are one in the ways that we don't understand. And if someone will say, oh, this is Trinity, no, it's not, because this word Trinity is also coming from man theory, from man classification. It's your people who put those things in place, who put those names, who classified everything. And if someone says Yahweh is one with his Son, and his Son is one with him and with the set-apart Ruach, they are one, they will be accused that they believe in Trinity. This is not from above, would you say? Who can understand the ways of Elohim? Is there anything which is impossible to him? So why you classify things from above which you have no idea about? Neither I. Why don't you rather receive it? But this is not something you do. You want to chew on the word and change the word and classify the ways you think is right, because you have no fear of Elohim. And I'm speaking to most of you. I wasn't a believer for many years. Only recently I became the follower of the way, Yeshua, Messiah, true follower. And the true follower is not the follower which is outwardly, but inwardly. The Torah which is written upon the stone, that is to be under the circumcision, which is of the flesh. Those who rely on the worldly ways of obtaining knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, who see it for hours, studying the scriptures and reading, but did not receive the one who is from above. If you truly love Elohim, if you truly desire his Messiah, you should ask him for that understanding which comes from above. I don't read much, I don't study a lot, but I read in balance. I don't see any purpose in sitting for hours and studying. Or if you want to feel good about yourself, as the Pharisees and scribes and many nowadays those smart people, they know a lot, but the love is not in them. But there are two different sources, the worldly and the one which is from above. People are saying that they are humble. If you say you're humble, that already makes me wonder. Before you say this, you need to present the fruit of humble heart of Messiah. I will not say that I'm humble. There is nothing good about me. My flesh is not humble at all. But the one who lives in me is humble and meek. But I won't put that on me, because that's far too selfish. That will be boasting. I wasn't a believer, like I said before, and I would not believe. I was mocking those who do believe, and I'm not surprised I did. Even now, there is not much fruit showing. The fruit which is seen is bright. This is the fruit of the flesh. People just present themselves. Look at me, I'm set apart. Look at me, I'm a humble servant. Look at me, I'm on a narrow path. Why is it all about yourself? Where is someone who truly brings the fruit of Messiah? When he was healing the sick, when he was casting demons out from men, when he brought dead to life, he will withdraw to the mountains. And he also said before that, don't tell anyone about me and who did heal you. This doesn't work with believers nowadays, those self-righteous ones. Because people call themselves something doesn't mean they truly are. Confessing Messiah is not only confessing him with your mouth, with your wise words, because that makes you feel good, but it's about the heart. And the heart is known only by the one who is from above, and his Son who has the authority over all flesh, so he knows. You would not receive him and his humble nature if you think of your own, if you obtain knowledge through the written word. Yes, it's good to read it, but as a second witness to the one who shall be in you. I don't sit for hours and read scriptures. I only read as much as the Ruach wants me to read. I'm not a nerd. It's no need, then I will boast. When I hear people saying, I've been sitting and for many years and learning and reading and I'm like this, let the people see the fruit. Let the people see the light in you. The spirit is eager, but the flesh is weak. Because we're eager, because we say so, because we read scriptures for a long time and we say we want it, doesn't mean anything. I cannot see any good coming from those who believe nowadays, because there is no one like the first people who believe, those of the way, the first believers, who gave their lives truly for Messiah. They have been asked to deny Yeshua. You need to lose your life to be able to withstand the enemy, which is raging, which is just waiting to devour and destroy and slaughter. Because if you act in the flesh, you will have no chance. If you put yourself and you will be strong in your own eagerness, is that what is going to prevail over the enemy, which is in spiritual realm? It's not all a battle. We would not be able to prevail. And Yeshua said to Peter, when he fell asleep, when he asked him to stay awake before he was taken by the soldiers, he said, the spirit is eager, but the flesh is weak. If you don't have a life-giving ruach in you, but only your eagerness, it's like a fire which is short-lived. It is strong, it is hot, but doesn't stay hot. Yeshua stood once. There were 3 years with him, following him strictly. But someone will say they were together. Those people, Yeshua picked on purpose that way, so they would not socialize with each other. Mattiyahu, also called Levite or Levi, he was a tax collector. Everyone was against him because he worked for Rome. He was the ally of the enemies before. But none of the good ones like him. They were fishermen, some of them. They were connected that way. The rest of them were from somewhere else. They were not friends of one another. They continually were arguing who is greatest among them. If you have the set-apart ruach, you will read differently. You will see things. You will be shown things. The scriptures are not the only source. The scriptures, the word, is a secondary source. Without the set-apart ruach, you have nothing. And why I say this? Because there are people, and there were people in the past who did not read the word, but they only had the set-apart ruach in them. And that's wonderful. And that's amazing news for those who are illiterate, for those who live in places where not many people can read. Don't be surprised. Even nowadays, there are places where people cannot read. There are people who are illiterate in many places, but that doesn't cut them off. That doesn't make them discard. They can be healed. There is nothing impossible to Elohim, and I am the example of it, not because I'm illiterate. I can read and write, but I would not read the word. Before I received the set-apart ruach, before I heard Messiah speaking to me, before he cast out demons from me himself, I met Messiah. I don't deserve it. I'm not worthy, but I met him. I know him. Before that, I would not read the scriptures. Why I would? For my own boasting. I was of the world. It's the power of the set-apart ruach, not my own eagerness. Because many of you didn't make it in this world, because you are the outsiders, just because you didn't fit in this place, and now you want to shine. When Yeshua said that he did not come to those who are well, to those who are established and confident in themselves, who are self-righteous, he was saying about those who think that they are righteous. And you can call that self-righteousness. He didn't come to those because they don't need it. But even if you are outcast or reject or person who did not achieve in this world, doesn't mean you are his. There are people who want to shine in this world, who look for achievements for themselves, but their motives are not which shall be. If you want things for yourself, if this is for your uplifting, so you will be restored, your motives are not the right motives. You think at the time of Yeshua, there were not many people like that, who were just restored by Yeshua physically, but they would not proceed with following him because the way was too narrow for them. They received what they want to receive for their own profit. And we know that story from the 10 leprous men. There were 10 of them. They were all leprous, but only one returned to Yeshua, and he was the Samaritan man. Samaria was separated from Judea. They did not like each other. They fight against each other. They had a separate temple, which was destroyed, but they did not go to Jerusalem to worship. But that man, that leprous man, was the only one who returned to Yeshua. I was thanking Elohim for healing, and he was truly restored. And those 9 men did not come back, and they were happy what they received, just a shallow healing, just the healing of the flesh, which allowed them to come back to this place, to function in this world. And many of you who call themselves that they are believers, that's what you're looking for, that Yeshua will restore you, so you will be established in this place, so you can shine here, even as an elect, even as a watchman, a warrior, or a truth speaker, secret namer, or someone who did not make it. Now you can make it in this place. Now you are someone because of Messiah, but it's still about this place. still about being among people, still is about to shine in knowledge, understanding, to be advisor for others in knowledge and understanding. So other people will look up to you. See, it's all about you, isn't it? But it should be all about Messiah. You should not speak of yourself. You should not think of yourself. You should not care for yourself. You should not think what you will eat and what you will wear. And Yeshua shall be the only view you have before your eyes. And all your issues, all your things of this world, all the matters of your life should be not important to you at all. Everything else can go away. Remember what Yeshua said to Martha. You are busy with many things, Martha. But Miriam chose the right portion for herself. She only was seeing Messiah, nothing else, nobody else. And this is not an exaggeration here. If you have him on the front of you and nothing else, you would not dare say about yourself, about anything which will boast you in a small, tiny amount, because you would not have that in you. The selfish love will be taken away from you. I don't read the word sometimes. Sometimes I read one chapter, a couple of chapters. If there is the need in me, which the set apart Ruah wants to show me, so I have the scriptures, so the words which are written will be the witness, what the set apart Ruah is speaking to me, what Messiah tells me, the witness for the words now I'm speaking to you. The word which is written is not the base of my belief. Messiah is the foundation himself. I don't need the writing for that. I don't need the scriptures for my belief. I don't need the word which is written to believe. Because belief itself is Yeshua himself. He is the living Torah. He is the living Torah, the law, which shall be in your heart. Your law will be in you, will be in charge of you. Yeshua will be in charge of you. There will be no question, should I keep the Sabbath or not? Because Messiah is the master of the Sabbath day. Not because it's a Jewish tradition, not because it's a commandment for Jews. No, you have Messiah in you. The 10 commandments, which were written on a stone, but now shall be written upon your heart, shall be your foundation, shall be the oil running through your veins. Yeshua is the root of Yishai. He is the beginning, he is the foundation, he is the cornerstone. And if you are the branch which is coming from him, where you get all resource from, where is the life coming? The life is coming from him to you. You would not have your own life anymore. You can't have a strange fire in you. Yeshua is that fire which is living. And how you can speak of yourself and love yourself if you have Yeshua's heart? Those two would not go together. Remember, the sons of Aaron died. They were burned alive because they put strange fire in the altar. It still applies inwardly. You cannot serve two masters. Or you serve your life, your aspirations, your eagerness, which is short-lived fire, or you serve Messiah. You cannot serve Yahweh if you don't receive his son. You have to truly have him in you. You can be in a wilderness. You should have no books with you. And when Yeshua speaks to the taught ones, he said, don't take anything with you when you go. When he sent them, he didn't say, take the scrolls with you. Did he ask them to do that? There is nothing about obtaining knowledge from the worldly, from the books, from the scrolls. He never commanded them to do that. And you say you want to be obedient. Yeshua didn't get any of the knowledge from books, but from above. And we need to be born from above, from the Ruach and water. But if you never met Messiah, how you know? You never ask for him because you already assume that you have. Or you say, I'm humble, but you stiff-necked, you are prideful because you already claim you received, but you haven't. That's the issue. Because if you truly will receive, there will be not many, because Yeshua said, many are called, but few are chosen. And there will be good fruit coming from you. Not your own fruit. Not fruit from your selfish ways, from your selfish heart, which will deceive you and will tell you, oh, I'm humble. Yes, I love Messiah, I love Elohim, but it's all about obtaining the wisdom. All about getting smarter. How this goes together? You should not rely on your own ways, on the ways of this world, on the ways how this world obtains knowledge. How the world and how people of the world obtain knowledge, tell me. Ask yourself, from schools, from books, from resources, from scriptures. The scriptures are for witnessing to the set apart Ruach of our Master Yeshua, who shall be there beforehand. And then you will be led. But you would not read like a maniac. You will not sit for hours, or you would not base your belief on that. It happened occasionally, or sometimes on a Sabbath day. But those people in the past, they did not have those scrolls and scriptures like we have it now. They were led by the set apart Ruach. They died for Messiah. They were asked to deny Messiah, but they would not. Why? Because he was in them, which you don't have in you. I have to tell you this. Why don't you ask for the bread of life before you start your boastings and proclaiming that you are a believer, that you are a watchman, that you are elect, or whatever you call yourself? First, ask for the bread of life. Step back and look at everything again. Look at your walk. Evaluate the fruit. Are you giving, or you are just obtaining knowledge and thinking of your own? Please, I'm asking you to be honest with yourself, because if we don't really repent, you need to repent, but you need to face your heart of stone. You need to go against it. You don't need all those resources, the dictionaries or anything like that, to have Messiah in you. And then you will know how it is to be with him, be his friend, be filled. You will know who he is and who his Father is. You would not try to dress your ways of speaking with such strange words like many of you use to impress others. You will stop that. You will be ashamed of yourself, because it's not about us. It's not about how many brothers and sisters you have, how many people are connected with you. It's not about you. It's not about me. Remember when Miriam poured out costly perfume on Yeshua, on his feet, and anointed his feet with it, and she wiped it with her hairs, and there were some who were not rejoicing over this, and someone said, should not that perfume be sold for 300 denarii and given to the poor? And what Yeshua answered to this? He said, you have the poor always, but you don't have me always. So you don't have even Messiah in you, but you focus on socializing, on gathering people around you. You focus on the things which should be after, and Messiah will bring people to you when the time comes, when you are filled. As the taught ones, they did not socialize with one another. They only had to have eyes on Messiah, and it was very hard for them to do. And he rebuked many. And before Messiah was taken by the soldiers, when he was taken, they all fled. But some women who were actually faithful, who were supporting Messiah through his entire ministry, and they would not leave him even when he was nailed to the cross. They would not leave him, they were staying, and they returned. After 3 days, they returned to anoint his body, and they were the first ones who actually saw Messiah after resurrection. He revealed himself to Miriam from Magdala, the one Yeshua cast 7 demons out of her. She knew him. She knew him. And Miriam, the one who actually anointed Messiah before he was taken to be crucified, what he said to her also, she anointed me before my burial. She knew. But I'm not saying every woman. You need to love Messiah. There is a special relationship. You can have the relationship, beloved. You can have that special relationship with Messiah. Cry out. Don't assume you already have. If you only mostly base your walk on the reading, I'm not telling you not to read, but let the Ruach guide you. Wait for that. Ask for the bread of life. Yeshua said, you shall not live by the bread alone, by every word which comes from the mouth of Yahweh, not from the written, but from his own mouth. And Yeshua is the mouth of his Father. And when you have that in you, you will know that you don't need anything else. As those who were sent by Messiah, and he was telling them, don't take anything with you. He is the pair of sandals. He is the garment you should have. Only one. You don't need any other garment, because Yeshua is all of it. When he was speaking what they should take with them, or what they shouldn't take, he was speaking about himself. And that was for those people now, for you. But coming back to the women, so he showed himself after he was resurrected to Miriam from Magdala, but no one respected her testimony. She said he was raised from dead, that she talked to him, but they would not believe her, not even one. And he faced their unbelief. He did face their unbelief when he appeared to them. When they were closing the doors, they were sitting, shaking of fear because of the Yahudim. But if you only read the scriptures from the eye of man, from the eyes which are divine, you only see what is written. You will not receive more. And I don't expect you that you respect me, because it's not about me here, it's about the word which is in me. But you don't respect that word which is given to you from this vessel, which I don't even own anymore, because Yeshua owns me fully. You don't respect that word. You treat it as a command. Who is born of flesh is flesh, and who is born of Ruach and water is Ruach. Who is born of Ruach and water, we speak about the matters of the Ruach, because his mouth, his flesh will be in submission to the Ruach, not to the flesh.